Yeah. Now press the camera at the bottom. Next to the stop on your right side. There we go. Now turn that joint around. We're in the game. He can do it, did it?
There we go.
So you had a little fluid on your car. Okay. We in there. Hit that lock. Yeah, we in there. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, when we get started, we'll give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstones, Gms, who rule well and teach well, being great example to Israel, man, the elect. And I want to say peace and blessings to hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing their truth and sincerity with that great song. All right, we're the Gms Memphis camp, a little live lesson, you know what I'm saying, on Shabbat. All right, we just come with a quick lesson through the spirit of power of Yahweh by Shema Shai. I'm going to hand to the brother Thomas Mark. I hope y'all be edified while we lay the law down, man.
Yeah, we just gonna roll in the spirit. You know, it's another new moon, which the new moon, we know, according to the scriptures, sets the tone and sets the next sequence of Sabbaths, right? Every 7 days after today will be a Sabbath, right? And coming into times where, you know, these signs that the Lord left for us are a sure measurement of his coming, as it is, 2021, the year of hastening of the coming of our Lord. All right, so what he tell us is going to be signs in the sun and the moon. All right, we're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. So everything's going according to schedule and measuring up, you know, according to his judgment as it is written. All right, what he left for us, you know, what you call spiritual breadcrumbs to be left as a testimony. All right, and for that testimony that's given to us, we are to give it to you. So Lord, will this be edified? All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We're gonna start with Psalms 83, and we're gonna see what the spirit take us from there.
81 and 3.
Starting 1.
83 and 1.
Yeah, you know, blow you the trumpet in the new moon.
This is Psalms 81 and 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, and the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Yep, blow you the trumpet in the new moon, because the new moon marks the Sabbath, man. Okay, the new moon is a Sabbath itself, and then you know, all the high holy days are revolved around the new moon. Okay, and since we on that topic, you know, to edify a little more, you got it.
It's Ecclesiastes, better known as Sirach, chapter 43, verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world.
Mm-hmm.
From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
Ooh.
The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing.
Because the word month, the word moon, is synonymous with the word month. You look up the word moon and the origin of it, it means month. Okay, because essentially what we're doing is idol worship in this kingdom, because every month is named after an idol god, and every day of the week is named after an idol god. All right, so if you're living according to this calendar, all right, essentially what you're doing is, you know, you're idol worshiping. All right, now we have to use it in order to, you know, keep up with the times and the age that we're living in, which is the age of the wicked. But what does it say in Job? And can you get that book of Job? No, I won't. 14 and 5.
Oh, yeah.
And brother can get Daniel 7 and 25. Keep going on that.
Being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
Right. So it's an instrument of the armies above. What are the armies? The angels. Okay. The armies deal with is it the Sabbath?
Yeah, Sabbath.
Okay. Which in the Hebrew it's Tazabah. Okay. Tazabah. So dealing with these signs that we've been seeing in the heavens, okay, what's also been right on schedule with the signs, the so-called UFOs or UAPs, all right? The armies of the Lord are in those so-called UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in those UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenons. Those angels, all right, work with the signs in the heaven. They know their calling. It's a different a schedule that they live by, because they live by the schedule of the heavens, man. And as we, as men of the Lord, are to be called to worship him, what? In spirit and truth. We are to live accordingly. All right. And you're going to see, as time moves forward, as we get closer to Judgment Day and the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who the true men of the Lord are, because he has indeed given them the 100% truth. As it says, I believe, in the book of Acts, for I have not shunned to declare, you know,
gospel.
Right.
That's right.
If I may add, like you were saying, how the chariots of the Most High are also as a sign in the stars. When Yahushua was born, the wise men followed the what they call the northern star, but really that was
a chariot. Yep, the chariot led them right to where Yahushua was born.
I got a precept real quick. And basically, it's just going into us, like you say, us keeping the Sabbath, us keeping the holy days, and it's a reason. And I want to go into it. This is Judges 5:11. It say they delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawn waters. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh, even to the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the village in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh go down to the gates. But the point is, rehearsing the righteous acts. So on this day, we rehearsing the righteous acts is what? Keeping the Sabbath. You see? You know? And that's our custom. That's us being what? Israelites, man. Rehearsing the righteous acts is what? Well, you got it out.
This is Isaiah 66:22. It says, "For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me."
It said remain, right? All right, because when you go into the book of Genesis, everything the Lord created was what? It was good. You see? So everything that the Lord had put forth in the beginning, it was good, so it going to remain. You see, because you got to remember, when the so-called white man came in power, everything was messed up. He turned everything upside down, but the Lord coming back to put everything right side up. That's why the Lord said it's going to remain. Go ahead.
And that's dealing with the schedule. The heavenly schedule is going to be back in effect. Isaiah 66:23. Go ahead, bro.
That's what I'm reading.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says, "Saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain."
Where you at?
Verse 22.
Okay.
Verse 23. "And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me."
Right. So the Heavenly Father's schedule of time is going to come back. All right. And there's not going to be a January, the worship of Janus. February, I forgot what February goes into. In March, Aries. All right. April. All these months are to worship other gods, and that's breaking the first commandment. Okay, so we're in a hell, all right, dealing with this wicked Esau Edom's time. Okay, and brother can get that, and his shit is about to come to an end.
I got you.
You got more?
Yeah, that's why I say, that's why when he just read from new moon to new moon and Sabbath to Sabbath, then going back to what we rehearsing, the righteous act. See, this all we doing, we practicing. Because when we get into the kingdom of heaven, hey, we're going to actually be doing it. See, because practice what? Make perfect.
Yeah.
See, when we, the Lord willing, we're part of it, now we're going to be perfect in the kingdom of heaven, right?
And we're going to get all the knowledge of the ancient back.
You know that's right.
Everything is going, like it says in Matthew, the 6th chapter, the Lord's Prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Dealing with order and structure.
Do you think the goddamn Salakia calm down? Do you think the angels in heaven is keeping this goddamn Gregorian calendar? Do you think they keeping the Sabbath Friday sundown every Saturday sundown? Are you at your rabbit ass mind, man? Think about it, man. Like Apostle I say, think about it. You know, those days don't exist in the heaven. So if he say, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, You have to measure. See, there's a reason why the Lord told us to and commanded us to pray a certain way, because you have to meditate on these things that He commanded you, and then you'll be able to understand how the Lord judgment work, and the things that's in the world that's being done contrary to His will will start to make more sense to you that it's not right. Like that, there's no way that the Sabbath could be every Friday sundown.
There's no way.
To Saturday sundown.
And to put more salt on, to put more season on what you were saying, Christianity don't even keep the damn Sabbath.
They don't.
You see?
Yep.
Christianity don't keep the Sabbath, man. You know?
Yep.
Just to add more season on what you were saying, bro.
Right. It's just another day, you know, that really it don't even go acknowledged, and it's a high holiday, and it's also it's a very serious offense for not keeping the Sabbath.
Yeah.
In the law, it says you should be put to death, man.
But that's why this scripture right here, bring it out real quick out.
In America, which we'll get to that. You still got the Job.
I got Joe. I got to bring the precept out the back. You are real quick.
I'll make that point when we get to Job.
Go ahead,
This is Colossians 2:16.
Right.
Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of an holy day or of the new moon.
Right, because we rehearsing. You know what I'm saying? But according to the scripture, you're supposed to keep it according to what? To the moon. You know? But you still, at the same time, don't judge a man according to the Sabbath because of how you keep it. Because we got to work on some Sabbaths. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's this grace period. But going back to what we rehearsing the righteous acts, man. We trying to get it right, but we're going to be perfect. We're going to get it right in the kingdom of heaven, man.
And it's impossible for us to keep it in captivity. See, we're in captivity. We're not under the dominion and the righteous authority of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
See, when New Jerusalem, the holy city, is set up, like I said in the beginning, everything's going to go back to the heavenly, original heavenly schedule, man. You know, you got it, bro.
It says, which are a shadow of things to come.
See, which is a what? A shadow of things to come. What's that thing to come? The kingdom of heaven. So when we get into the kingdom of heaven, we're going to keep everything perfect, man. Everything going to be in line, man, in order. You see? So right now, like I say, rehearsing. That's all we doing, man. That's all we doing, rehearsing. You see? You got it, though,
You got the Job.
Oh, yeah, I got Job. This Job 14:5.
Brother, give me Daniel.
When it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right, so this Job, right, pretty much prophesying and said the number of his days are with thee, or with who? The Heavenly Father. If you jump to Job 21:30, what does it say about the days of the wicked? Right?
Yeah. 21, you said 21?
Yeah, 21:30.
All right, this is Job 21:30. And it says, the wicked is reserved to the day of discretion. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath.
Right. And these very signs that we see in the sun and the moon, like for instance, tomorrow, right, it's supposed to be an eclipse. An eclipse in the manner of a ring of fire, they say. You know, it's gonna appear as a ring of fire, right? And how is Babylon the Great gonna be destroyed? By fire, man. Okay? So it's just it's a sign of the coming of the wrath of the Lord, right? Which is reserved unto the wicked Esau Edom, as it says in 2nd Ezra, what? For Esau is the end of the world.
Jacob, yeah,
right?
It's the beginning.
Right? So he can't go past you know, the judgment that the Lord has set up for him, though he's going to try. All right, that's why you see him doing this, what, space exhibitions. It's a reason why he's so intrigued with space, because he's a heathen, right?
Yeah.
He wants to search out the heavens, as it says in Jeremiah, the 10th chapter. All right, for the heathen are dismayed at the stars and the signs of the heaven, man. Right? But we not like as a term, stargazing at Esau's damn expeditions, you know, because we know he's searching out wickedness in a way to exceed his bounds.
Yeah, to further push his wickedness, man.
Yeah. Looking for a new planets to inhabit You know, you got it, bro.
I was gonna say there'd be McDonald's and shit up on
Right.
Mars if he could get there.
He'd be spraying chemtrails up there.
Yeah, making
He
GMOs on
destroy
everything.
everything. Because the scripture explain him well. He death following him.
Trying to have sex with the stars and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
He found life among other planets. He tried to. Esau's wicked.
I got one. This is Job 18:5, real quick. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the sparks of his fire shall shine no more. You know? We're just going back to Thomas Monk, man. Hey, this so-called white man, he could be taken out of rulership, man.
That's right.
You see, because through him, the whole earth is fucked up, man. It's out of wax, it's out of course, man. You know, through his wickedness. Well, guess what? The Lord is coming back to put everything in rightful order, man. Because everything is out of order right now, man.
Every wrong will be righted.
Yep.
It's the first commandment. You know, that's why the Lord say you break one, you really break them
all of them.
Because when the first commandment that was broke in the garden led to a whole world of wickedness being instilled in Jake, man. All right, which ultimately it's an experience for us. All right, so that we know what not to do according to the way this man lives and rules the earth. All right, that's why I say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn.
Right,
you know?
Because what we bringing out is facts. You know, the brother, I have a lesson. Facts works.
Facts works.
Yeah,
Facts works, man. Because when you prove something, it's facts. And it works. Why? Because, well, how can you debunk that? You see? That's the thing. And because when you go into the book of Genesis, the first chapter, verse 16, it said, and the power was made two great lights. The greater light to rule in the day,
it's the sun.
and it said, and the lesser light to rule in night.
It's the moon.
And what we just brought, what we started off with, it was the moon. Go back to word month. It for what? A sign in the season.
Yep. Universal.
It's a purpose.
The ancient. When you go into the etymology, it says the universal. The ancient keeping of times. Universal ancient keeping of times. Right. So, hey man, it's plain.
Yep.
It's plain. But you got it out.
Daniel 7:25. And it reads, and he shall speak great words against the Most High.
And this is what led to the confusion of the plainness and the simplicity of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah's righteousness. Who is this he that is talking about? The wicked, the serpent, Esau Edom, right? This beast system, right? As a matter of fact, they're the ones that implemented daylight savings time. Okay, and you had a time where it was shit was so confusing. You had certain people setting the clock back and certain people not setting their clock back, even within the states. You know, going back to, I believe, 1954, whichever president, I don't know if it was Eisenhower, whatever the fuck one of them presidents it was, like made it a national thing for everybody to keep daylight savings time, man. You got it, bro.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Hold on, go read that again.
Daniel 7:25.
Right.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Hey, back in Tazamaka, he said he should speak great words against the Most High. And it's going back to the so-called white man, because Tazamaka asked that question, who is he? All right, because when you go into Isaiah, the 14th chapter, it said, verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? But just the point. For thou hast said in his heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation inside the north.
Right, the mountain of the congregation is what? Mount Zion, right? Jerusalem. That's where he's sitting at, right? That's why it says in Isaiah 26:10, let favor be shown unto the wicked, but the land of uprightness he will not uphold righteousness.
That's right.
All right, the majesty of the Lord, which I'm roughly paraphrasing, but the Jerusalem, all right, has been taken over by the wicked.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right. It said, I would ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. So like the brother just read it again.
Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
See, he's speaking. That's speaking great words against the Most High because he's trying to put himself in the position as Yahweh Shema Shah.
And ultimately, what he's doing is he's destroying the Lord's reputation.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, which is a very serious offense. You know.
Yeah.
Because the Lord's word is his reputation. He stands on it. Right. That's why everybody's going to be held accountable for what they say the Lord said and he didn't say, and what he said do and what he said don't do.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's not what he said do and don't do, then he going to do what he said he going to do to you.
That's right. That's good.
And I advise you to take heed. Like I said, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man.
Right.
If I may add, he put his word before his name.
He put his word before his name, man.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Now we know this talking about 350 years, but I want to extract the point back from Job, was that 14 and 5, seeing his days are determined.
Yeah.
See, because the Lord said, "What it shall be given into his hands for a certain amount of time." Right?
Just to bag you up real quick. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the just thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So you should beware, as the First Peter say, for your adversary the devil, like a roaring lion, seeking when he may devour. So if the earth, meaning the entire earth and its resources, the power of the earth, all right, the control of the people, has been given into the hands of the wicked, then what is the wicked's MO? Right? To destroy you.
Yeah. That's what he's doing.
And he destroys you by causing you to rebel through deception against the righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Yeah. And he's a master of that. Satan is a son of God, man. Right? So unless you turn into a power higher, then you're going to be under his, it said, matter of fact, where it say, in 2 Corinthians the 4th chapter, the God of this world have blinded. Who you think gave him the authority to do that?
Yeah, the God of this world. So the power of this world is who? Esau Edom.
Yeah.
He blinded the mind of our people. Going back to Jeremiah, through deceit, they refused to what? Turn back to their power. Because of who? The so-called white man. With all the rape, robbing, murder, and the lies and deceit, man, that he have done to our people. You see, because I was listening to Elder Malcolm. He was breaking down, I forgot what the man's name. He said, it don't take number 3 generations, man. 3 generations to change the form of man, their identity, their race. So through that, look what we've been through from slavery, man. Look how many generations it have been. To now, look how our people is, man. They more protective over the oppressor than Yahweh Shema show their own people.
Because if you ever grew up with one of those northern tribe, Jakes, they're like a first generation, born in America. They don't speak as well Spanish as they do with their parents, and then they cling to English really quick, and then basically they grow up by the education system that Esau pushes.
Exactly.
And by the time he has a kid,
yeah,
they're fully indoctrinated into that American dream.
So I figured that. Figure 3 generations, not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 generations.
Yeah.
Woo!
Unborn slaves.
Yeah.
I got a precept. It's on Proverbs 10:25. As the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more. But the righteous is an everlasting foundation.
One more time, man.
Proverbs 10:25. As the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more.
Yeah, because that's why I said that we can go be cut off, man. You see, he only got a short amount of time to rule. So guess what? He gonna be swiped out the way. But what it say about the righteous?
But the righteous is an everlasting foundation.
See, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. It's going to what? The kingdom of heaven. Followed by who? Yahweh Shah, man. It's an everlasting generation, man. You see, because why? When you're keeping the law, you don't sin. What is sin? Transgression of the law. But you being righteous, meaning what? You not transgressing against the law, mean you gonna live. It's a righteous foundation.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say righteousness endures forever.
That's right.
You know, I got one.
Go ahead.
It's Job 20, starting at verse 4. Know it thou, not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Hey, it's short, man. That's why I say this light affliction is only for a moment. Because you gotta remember who is the Lord's sword. See, we were put here for a punishment. So all these things you gotta add up. The triumph of the wicked is short. But then here the Lord said to the elect, the light affliction is only for a moment. Just add up, man.
Yeah. Because we're going to get the everlasting, eternal victory.
Exactly.
You're going to the word triumph, and it deals with having a victory. Because it seems as if he's winning right now.
But he really losing.
Right. Right.
But the elect, it seems like we losing. But what? We really winning.
Right, right.
Because we got the true riches, which is what? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because this is how we're going to buy our way out of the fire. We're going to buy our way out of Jacob's trouble. You see? This is how we're going to buy our way out. What it say? Come ye and buy without money and drink. Wait, with your time. Buy the truth, sell it not. See, this is how we're going to buy our way out.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Going back to what's that, Daniel 7 and 25, right? That 350 years.
You come.
You know, it began what, 1969, 1970.
Yeah.
That's when he really started losing his kingdom. That's when he started. That's when his fall really began. Like his kingdom is being translated now as we speak. He's losing it.
Yeah,
right?
Just like the precept I read, going back like you said, because 1968, 1969, that when he claimed to go to what? To the moon.
Right.
And that's when everything started to fall down upon him, man.
Right, and this is about to link right back up with it.
Go ahead.
It says, "In the joy of the hypocrite before a moment, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds." Right? So that was the time when he was taking those space expeditions, the Apollos and all of that, you know. That really was the golden. So he's past it, right? Right now, everything for this man is downhill, man.
Everything,
you know. It says, "Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him." Right? So that's what, after his 1,000 years of recompense, of payback, slavery, all right, servitude under the Israelites, all right, hardcore, strenuous, all right, beat downs daily. Then he's going to be completely taken away, man. Right?
Yep. I got one. Go ahead, Ron. I got one. Go ahead. Okay.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 3. "But the multiplying brood of the ungodly shall not thrive, nor take. But the multiplying brood of the ungodly shall not thrive,
Right.
nor take deep rooting from bastard slips.
See, they ain't gonna take no deep rooting. Go ahead.
Nor lay any fast foundation."
Right. Because it's only for a moment. So you know how you grow certain plants. Certain plants take roots, certain plants don't. You know, and hey, the Lord fitted for Esau, he don't really take root to the ground, because what it say in Isaiah, "Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, and no throne for you." You see, because the Lord gonna leave you nor root nor branch, according to Malachi the 4th chapter, man. You see, it was just for His purpose that you was created. But what the day of evil when you go into the book of Proverbs. You see, this is the Lord's movement, man. He orchestrated this. You see, we just playing it out. Go ahead.
"For though they flourish in branches for a time."
Right, see, doors flourish because what? He got the fatness of the earth, and he got the doors of heaven, and he doing all the fucking wickedness that he want to do. According to who? The power of Yahweh Shema Shah, because it was given unto him. All right? But though it's flourishing, though it seems like he got it all, what gonna happen?
"Yet standing not last."
But he ain't gonna last, man. Who gonna stand at the last end? Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Remember, Esau at the end of the world and Jacob at the beginning that follow it. All right, you have a shot coming back to make wars to end all wars. You see, so Esau either think he gonna be the bully of the world. No, it's Yahweh shot, man. He the one gonna be the last man standing like Royal Rumble. You see? Esau think he gonna come and kick everybody's ass again. No, man. The Most High used you for a purpose, man. And your time is up.
That's right.
Go ahead.
They shall be shaken with the wind.
They gonna be shaking with the wind, man. Going along with the destruction. Because the angels holding back the winds. The four winds of the earth. That's meaning what? Destruction, man. You see? Go ahead.
And through the force of the winds, they shall be rooted out.
See? Through the force of the wind, followed by what? The angel with the thermonuclear missiles and the chariots. That's what they're talking about, man. They're going to be what? Rooted out, man. Go ahead.
The imperfect branches shall be broken off.
Woo.
Their fruit unprofitable, not right to eat. Yeah, meat for nothing. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial.
God.
Yeah,
That's it right there.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's just, just let you know, man. It's over for you, E.
That's right.
It's over. Go ahead,
I
Doc.
got one more.
And I got one behind
It's Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Hey, see, the Most High just. He said, because of, that's a just. Because look what he have done. So because he have done this was going to happen. You see? Go ahead, read it again. Say because.
Ecclesiastes is better known as Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings.
Because of unrighteous dealing. The peach tree that he had made when he came over here to the so-called American. All right, 600 and some peach tree that he made. What, he broke all of them. It was unrighteous dealing.
Yep.
You see, what he doing today with his democracies? Unrighteous dealing. You see? Go ahead.
Injuries and riches got by deceit.
Got by deceit, man. Lies. What say his words are smoother than butter? But what was in his heart? War. Destruction. You see? Get off of getting on other people.
Yep.
You know, what the fucking book, the 48 Laws of Power. You know, that's what the devil go by, man. Deceiving.
Yep. Usury.
Yep, usury. Yep, that's right. That's a good word for this fucking devil, man. Usury. Go ahead.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
See, it's translated. You see why? Because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followed. Not the end of the earth, but the end of the world, meaning the end of what? Of a rulership, an age, man. You see? Because it's our time, man. It's time for Israel, Yasharallah, to rule. Start with our big brother, Yahweh Shai, King David on down, man. That's why this kingdom going to be translated. Because this devil, Esau Edom, is unfit to rule. Go ahead, Doc.
Psalms 137 and 9. I'm going to read down a bit.
Okay.
For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they shall inherit the earth.
See, the evildoer, because that's why I say, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. We know who the real evildoers is, Esau Edom. All right, but 2/3 of our people, they evildoers too.
Yep.
So they ain't going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Right? Because hand joining hand with the wicked west shall not go unpunished. They ass going to die too, going according to Ezekiel. All right? Over now to Zechariah 13 and 8. 2/3 of our people shall be cut off and die. Go ahead.
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. It says, yet thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. So his chief place in the earth right now, what is America?
It's America.
And America is going to be completely removed from the foundation of the earth, man.
That's right.
You know?
It's a desolate place.
Now, America won't be an existing country anymore, man. You know?
That's right.
And not only that land, right, where he has, they say, lived so deliciously off of and really did most of his work in pushing wickedness in the earth, right? America is the hub of wickedness, right? That's why it's going to be removed.
Foundation.
Right. Just like he going to be removed.
That's right.
It says, but the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotted against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
Can't get around it.
And that's ultimately why, and everything that we go through, we still had a comfort, you know, because we know that this man, all he doing is digging his own hole, man, right?
Yeah.
Which is it's about to get into that part. It says the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy.
Which is who? Israel.
Yeah.
But man, the elect. Because that's who they coming for in a time of trouble. Just like in the book of Acts, going to the prophets of old.
That jab, you know, is a part of that bow.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Lead to what? The MOB.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It says, and to slay such as be of upright conversation, the sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken.
that disembowelment, man, because you know, like it's portrayed on Mortal Kombat, and even in this new series called Invincible, that's a gruesome visual right there. Like to have the strength the strength in your mind to do that to somebody is, you know,
it's like the Lord have a spiritual boomerang for Eve, because He created them missiles to destroy other nations. Well, guess what? The missiles are gonna destroy Himself. You see, it's sort of like a spiritual boomerang, because when He thinking that He like, I build need just to, but I can stay on top. No, you building for them for your destruction, man. That's why I say he that digging a pit, digging for what? Himself, man. And this is exactly what this so-called white man is doing, man. He digging his own grave, man. Messing around with the jakes of all jakes, which is Yahweh Shema Shah, man. The ultimate supplanter. You know? You got it all.
I got one.
You good talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's Proverbs 10 and Proverbs 10 and 30. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth.
See, the wicked ain't gonna inhabit the earth, man. See that? Only the righteous, only the elect gonna inhabit the earth, man. Not the wicked. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
yeah.
That was it on that book.
Okay. I wanted to go back to Isaiah 66 and verse 24. It says, and they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. You know, going into how, you know, that you know, this land is going to be set as basically like a monument of, you know, as a reminder of what went on in Babylon the Great. It's going to be left as a desert, you know, and smoke coming up continually as a reminder of, yeah, that's where all those people transgress the Lord.
Yeah, the matter of fact, they talk about that in Revelation, how they gonna look on America and see the judgment, and it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a reaction, a certain reaction, like, woo, they fucked up over there, which that ain't what it say, but pretty much that's it. Like, dang, they must still smoking. You know, I'm trying to see if I think I might have it right here. I know you got more. Go ahead.
Well, I'll get some. Well, that was the last verse in that chapter, but I'll get something else while you're getting it. This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time He will set over it one that is profitable.
The power of what?
Of the earth.
The power of the earth, man, is who?
Is in the hand of the Lord.
It's in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shah. Meaning what? The Lord control all things, man. Go ahead.
And in due time He will set over it one that is profitable.
Why? Because it's through what? Prophecy. It said in due time. When the precept we read Sunday, it's when we spoke about He will not move because of the time and the measuring until where it be fulfilled. So that's why I say in due time.
Measure be fulfilled.
Why? Because due time He's setting up who? Yahweh Shah. Because all this according to what prophecy that the Lord gonna reign in the kingdom of heaven. You see, so in due time, because all these things got to happen before what the time comes that Yahweh Shai able to sit up on the throne, man. All right, go ahead. That was it.
I got one.
Go ahead.
This Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
You're talking about the missiles. All right, and also the book of Joel, 3rd chapter. All right, he said, my sword shall be bathed in heaven, man. The one thing you know, when the missiles being shot out, they go where? Straight to the firmament, man. Also known as the second heaven, man. All right, go ahead.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Meaning what? He created them missiles for his own destruction. And they gonna come upon his own head, man. Idumea, in the Greek word saying Edom, man. The so-called white man. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse.
And upon the people of his curse. For what?
To judgment.
For judgment. Now, it's the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. And the Lord loveth judgment. All right? And this was coming for these devils, man. And coming for 2/3 of our people also. Yep. Those that were not hearkening to the voice of the Lord, which is the prophets. Start with our elders, the great minister, on down to the least brother, man.
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
This, matter of fact, this link right up with it. This Joel, the 2nd chapter, which I was.
Yeah. Cause this is the end all be all, man. What we speaking about right now. Cause like I say, declaring the end from the beginning. This is the end, man. World War III, followed by these missiles, man. This is the end of Esau's kingdom. This is the end of Esau power structure. This is the end of Esau ruling. This is the end of Esau having a say so.
That's right.
See, the end, mean he gonna be cut off forever, man. Go ahead, talk to Mom.
Alright, it says, Joel, 2nd chapter, starting at the top. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Which way we doing what? We warning. We sounding that alarm in this holy mountain, man. Meaning Israel. Go ahead.
That all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people, a strong, there hath not been ever the like. Neither shall be any more after it, even the years of many generations. Right? So this is going into the missiles, right?
That's right.
It says, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning.
Man.
Right?
We're going to what the nuclear warheads, man.
Yeah. When the missiles are launched, it's a fire that goes up before they're launched. And then once they're launched, it's a flame behind them, the missiles, man.
That's right.
It says, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. So the earth, right, pretty much before those missiles hit, are going to be like a garden of paradise, right? Everything's going to be good, you know?
Yeah.
And after the missiles hit, they say what? It's going to be a wilderness behind them, right? So before, everything going to be good, and then after they hit, it's going to be nothing but a wilderness, right? Because really, America is the wicked's Garden of Eden, right? Because in the Genesis it said what? The garden was eastward in Eden. Which we know Eden represents the earth, right? And eastward in Eden was talking about Jerusalem. When you link it up with Galatians, Galatians 4:26, which Jerusalem is above, is the mother of us all. So civilization started eastward in the earth, meaning particular Israel, Jerusalem. But now it's like all things flow to America. You know what I'm saying? The Western, yes, exactly. You know, it's Esau Edom's Jerusalem, really. You know, his paradise.
John the Revelator, he called it the Golden Cup.
Yep.
Because it's like the standard, you know.
Yep. Because what's the opposite of peace? A war. Opposite of good and evil is wickedness, right? So Jerusalem essentially means a city of peace, a place of peace. So America means bitter, right? So it's talking about destroying America, man.
That's right.
It says, The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Can't run from it, man. You see, because you know, Esau make these movies. He always prevailing in these movies. This is kingdom. Why he make a move that he gonna lose in?
I ain't gonna do that.
You know? Come on, man. Hey, according to the scripture, man, this devil finna lose, man. Horrible. I'm talking about horribly. It's like a basketball game. That nigga got blew out. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad the devil finna lose, man. But he want to paint the image and the illusion that he gonna defeat the Lord, man. Really, man? You know what I'm saying? Because we understand through the scriptures, man, the Lord gonna come in the midst of World War III. And he finna fuck everybody up and everything up.
And this is the description of World War III right here in Joel, describing the missiles, because the World War III is gonna be what? A thermonuclear war, man. A nuclear war. And right when you get into the next few verses, which I'm going to skip over, it's really just getting into the detail of the missiles and their likeness as the prophet Joel described them, how they are. But when you jump down, it's going to tell you the prophecies, because, you know, I just want to get back on the opening of the lesson, which is dealing with the moon. This is what it says is going to be happening before these missiles come, right? Jumping down to Joel 2:10. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, man. Right? So, right as we blowing the trumpet in the new moon, tomorrow is going to be an eclipse.
Yeah.
Right? The sun is going to be darkened. Right?
Yep.
These are all signs of the end.
Yep.
All right? You know, the coming of the Lord.
Yep.
You know?
You said it's called like a ring of fire?
It's called a ring of fire. It's going to look like a ring of fire.
That reminds me of that Johnny Cash song where he says, you know, and it burns, 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 a ring of fire.
Ring of fire.
As he went down, the flames got higher.
Yep. Yep.
That's
That's Esau. Yep. Hey, that's beautiful. Yep. But you got yours, bro. I want to get one more part out of here, and then we got it.
It's Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall.
Yeah, that's America. That's why, you know, America gonna be destroyed. You can see it through the spirit, because their pride goes before destruction. And that's what America teaches and pushes throughout the whole earth, is pride.
Yep.
And what's coming for pride? Destruction. And then what's coming to America? By way of what? Thermonuclear missiles, as we showing it through the scriptures. You gotta talk about.
We can end on this. This is going to end on this.
Okay. Oh yeah, he got something right to back you up with. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is
Yeah,
Isaiah.
that's good right there. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
It said what?
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
See, every war that was fought before this time that's coming, you know, that Yahushua gonna come through, it said was fought with confused noise, man.
And garments rolled in blood.
Right, because all the ancient movies we all watching, every time they went to war, it went with the sword and the shield.
Yeah, and the war drums. You know, beating on their shields and, you know, got it.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
What Tyler Mike just got to explain in Joel.
Thermonuclear missiles. You know?
See, it said with what? Burning and what? Fuel of fire. World War III. You see? Go ahead.
You know what's crazy about how those nuclear missiles operate? Everything is fueled to that fire.
Yes, everything.
Anything burns in a nuclear fire.
Everything. That's why he said that what they Obadiah, they shall build, but I shall throw down.
And also in 2 Peter's where he says that the elements
shall melt with fervent heat. Yeah, see how all this lined up?
Yeah.
With what? World War III. The end all be all, man. Something that you don't want to be a part of, man. But you're going to be a part of, you don't come back and get your mind right and turn back to your power. You see? Because we all know another war is coming.
Yep.
World War III is going to happen. You see that? But guess what?
This time gonna be a burn up for the fire. Ain't no more going to war just with guns. And you know how Jake went to World War II and World War I with guns and rocks and stone? No, sir. This time it's straight up missile talk, man. Go ahead.
Okay. You want me to keep reading?
That's it on it, ain't it?
Well, I mean, it goes into like how we have Yahweh Shai for us. But I mean,
No, go ahead, talk more.
Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 54 and 16.
Yep.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals
Yeah,
in the fire,
yeah.
and that
The
Burning-
Smith is going into what? The scientists that actually created the thermonuclear technology. The technology, right? Because it started with what? The atomic bomb, right? Go ahead.
and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work. For the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
I created the waster to destroy, right? Which that's going into what? The weapons of the Lord's indignation. You go into what? Jeremiah 50 and like what 25 or something like that. It tell you that that the Lord has opened up His armory. You know.
That's it. Yeah.
So, like man, everything pertaining to how the Lord is going to bring the destruction is detailed in the scriptures, man. You know, you just gotta have the supervision to see it, right? So you just gonna get it.
No, I'll
You got something? You got something?
Yeah, I'm gonna end it on Malachi 4:1.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead.
All right. This Joel 2, and I'm gonna read from 11 to 15. I'm gonna read through pretty quick.
Go ahead,
It
I
says,
got
"And the Lord shall utter His voice before His army, for His camp is very great. For He is strong that executed His word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide in it? Therefore also now saith the Lord Yahweh, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning." Right? So this is how we're going, right, hastening in the coming of the day of the Lord. What we're supposed to be doing, praying, fasting, weeping, and mourning to get the hell up out of here, and so the Lord can pass over us when He brings forth the judgment, man.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
On point.
It says, "And rent your heart and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord Yahweh your power, for He is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repenteth Him of the evil." Right? Meaning He turneth us from evil if we come to Him with our heart, you know, and ask for mercy, man.
That's why I say confess thy sin, and then your prayers will be heard. Man.
Yep. Because the only way you're gonna get deliverance and salvation is if you turn from evil and praise the Lord, man.
Right.
You know? It says, "Who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him?" Even because we don't know, right? We're prisoners of hope.
Right.
But we don't know. So hey, we fighting every day, hoping that we're counted worthy to escape, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the scripture say, man.
It says, least, man.
Yeah.
You know? We, as it says in Romans 12:1, we are the new appropriate sacrifice. See, the lambs and the goats and the turtle doves, all that is obsolete now. All right? Starting with Yahweh Shai, all right? That was the ultimate sacrifice. But are we not to follow in His example?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, hey, we are to be presented now as the sacrifice.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I said,
we are to
living sacrifice.
we are to be the ones that suffer. All right,
Yeah,
you know.
that's right.
It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, and call a solemn assembly. Gather the people." He telling you how to sacrifice. He's giving you the formula of how to sacrifice. Where He said, "If you love me, feed my sheep."
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we not only are we trying to get ourselves prepared, but as the Lord commanded us, He said, make ready the marriage.
That's right.
You know,
and
compel them
to
to
highways
come
and the hedges and beg them to the marriage that
Yeah.
the house may be filled.
Yep.
And that's exactly what He's doing. What He just said, call the congregation.
Yep.
Meaning who did elect. You got it.
Gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, and the bride out of her closet. You know, and the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai, and the bride is His elect, man. You know, so that's what we hoping that we are a part of. You know, that marriage, man. You know,
that's beautiful. Want to end on right there. That's beautiful right there. Hey, so with that, man, hope you both edified. Once again, we give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Want to say double honors to our elders and peace and blessings to hopefully elect. Next time, brother, Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Rakah Akim.
Rakah Akim.
Yeah, that was pretty.